Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and for today's episode we're going to be taking a look at a live action Disney remake, but this is back when they actually seemed to care about what they were doing. This is 1994's Jungle Book, which I believe is the first live action remake of one of their animated films, and one that I remember pretty fondly of when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since then though, so this gives me a chance to look at it as an adult and kind of in light of some of the other remakes that Disney's been making with their animated classics. Have you actually seen this one before?
You know what? I probably have, because they probably played on Disney Channel when we were kids, but I don't remember it.
Okay, so this is kind of like almost a first watch for you.
Yeah.
But you've seen some of their live action remakes in recent years ones, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, because like we were talking about, like the older ones, like the 101 Dalmatians and the all the way up to Cinderella, they're not horrible.
Yeah, they actually cared as opposed to it's just a cash grab.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is I believe it is the first one that they've tried doing that. So let's just see if this is kind of like a indicator of things to come, or if it was actually a different company back then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the Jungle Book. One of the benefits of this movie is it takes place before, or they made it before CGI animals and stuff, so they actually have real animals for this movie.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really see that nowadays. Like, they did that live action Jungle Book that was essentially just another CG movie.
I hate that.
That's pretty there, though.
That's so cool. Mm-hmm. No, I mean, like, actually using actual animals.
Yeah.
It's like they have their own personalities because they're real.
Well, and the thing is, you don't even need to have voice actors voicing the animals or anything like that.
Yeah, that's the correct response. Good job.
I bet that's really valuable.
Probably.
It looks expensive.
And she comes from a family who can go to India at this time.
Well, I mean, they're obviously well off.
Yeah.
What is this?
I would trade a flower for one of those.
I would trade a flower for that. Trading up.
I don't know how much it's worth, but it looks valuable.
I bet you can't.
I gotta give them credit. Even with trained tigers, that's difficult stunts to do stuff like that.
A tiger! I think it got Claiborne!
So as long as they're fed, they're fine.
Yeah, most likely when they have interactions like they did here, it's like that was probably a trainer or the trainer for the tiger.
Yeah.
Because you can't ask a stunt person to do something like that.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah, don't run from it.
I have to say, already, this is a way better version than the quote-unquote live action that recently came out.
Yeah.
I also like that he's a little older because he probably knows language at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you can see he can speak.
Yeah. Because they've done studies and they said after a certain point that you can't really learn a language.
Yeah.
I like how he landed in a perfectly shaped log that looks like a sled.
How was he that high off the ground if he was just in the wagon?
Did he jump?
I mean, I think he grabbed a hold of something, but I mean, he wouldn't be like that high up. Yeah, they're not actually on the set together right there.
Yeah.
Because you could tell that'd be very dangerous to have a little kid next to a panther. I wonder how many animal wranglers they actually had to have for this movie.
I don't know. Probably at the end they'll tell you.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's quite a few people because probably for each one of the different types of animals they had, or different species, they had someone different.
Yeah, they probably have to. Hey, where's Mama, though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you see a bear cub, that's my first thought. It's like, okay, where's mama? Stay away.
I mean, having a bear and a wolf protect you while you grow up, not bad.
Yeah. That doesn't look like it'd actually be very comfortable.
No.
I guess you grew up there.
If you found it to be the most safest place, though.
Probably, yeah, that's very true. Monkeys are thieves.
They are thieves, yeah. You gotta watch yourself in the temples in like Japan and other.
Yeah, there's a lot of places where, like with tourists, where they'll say like monkeys will steal stuff. Looks like they're still using matte paintings for this.
Pretty.
I wonder how many monkeys they actually had for, because it looks like there's probably some effect going on to duplicate them. I see walk like that.
Have you never seen orangutans at the zoo?
Yeah, I think it might be a balance thing for them.
The structure indicates that humans used to at least live here at some point. Or some crazy person went out in the middle of nowhere and made all this stuff for no reason whatsoever.
Maybe there was something there before.
There's little to no dialogue in this, and yet we understand what's going on.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you don't need to have voices for the animals. You can tell what's going on.
Yep.
You can tell what they're thinking.
And it's entertaining.
Yeah.
There's nothing about it that's like, oh, I'm bored.
And it probably saves money not having to hire a bunch of celebrities to voice them.
You have to hire the handlers.
Yeah, and they're significantly cheaper.
Pretty soon they're gonna make it so that you can't even have real horses in movies. And dogs.
Oh, yeah. Good show. Would you cross that bridge?
I mean, no.
Now this bridge.
Yeah, it looks like it would just fall apart.
Yeah. And then she just keeps going. They just dared you to cross it, not keep
Yeah.
going into the freaking forest.
How far do you have to go until you're actually in trouble?
Hello?
And you probably wouldn't see animals like that just swarming all over the place.
Hello?
They usually only do that if they're around humans all the time. Realistically, if he was raised in the jungle by animals, he'd probably just be naked.
But he also did come from civilization. He knows the.
But that was a long time ago.
His hair also would be much longer, probably. Not like cut like that.
Oh, yeah.
And he'd also have a beard.
I mean, he's Asian, so he can't grow facial hair.
Are there piranhas in there?
You all right, Billy?
No.
Okay.
Piranhas are more like the Amazon.
Okay.
Come on, man. I'm warning you.
The animal's safer than the humans. Maybe all those girls who picked the bear were right.
It is kind of strange that he hasn't really gone back to civilization.
It's especially if there's a colony so close.
Yeah.
She's really there. Look at that. Look how real that looks. Nobody look up. Gamers
No.
don't look up.
He's pretty concealed up
What are
there.
you doing here?
What's with all the guys around her, like, making weird noises at her?
Well, I mean, he has an excuse.
Yeah.
He's raised by animals.
Where did you get this?
You wouldn't think you'd have a jail cell accessible like that. 'Cause, I mean, couldn't someone easily just, like, break the bars from the outside or pass him something or whatnot?
I guess they used to do that, though? Because, I mean, it's in movies and stuff, so apparently something somewhere did that.
I don't know. Maybe at some point they realized, like, wait, this is kind of stupid.
Don't put your fingers in there, miss. You'll bite them off.
She's not stupid.
Who's really the savages?
You already know my answer.
Kitty. Engine.
Fire. Fire. Pass. Pass. Road. People. Roof.
I wish it was easy.
Window.
That easy.
Just spend a good weekend. You can teach someone how to speak English.
Boat.
Please, stay here. With me.
I can't. There are conventions, formalities. Things that are just not done.
I wish they
I
still
must
were not
do
done.
what's civilized.
Yeah, please go back to being civilized.
What must I do?
It's not right for a girl of your standing, of your background. It's not done, you hear? It's just not done.
I mean, he kind of has a point.
No, he does.
But you should at least try to alleviate the appearance of impropriety.
What it is all about, my good Captain Sahib, is the lost city of Hanuman.
Yes, I know the legend.
It is not a legend.
Oh no, Sahib.
If they're wanting to know the
certainly it is
origin of
not.
that
Many
knife,
thousand
why
years
are they
ago,
just now asking that
time
guy
of
about it?
Hanuman.
That's a good question because
Deep
you
in
were
the heart
beating
of
up
Black
somebody who
Jungle.
couldn't talk.
Yeah, it's like, and he already said like, hey, that's important. It's like, okay, let's ask this guy who can't talk instead of like, oh, really, this is important. What do you know about it?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
That's
I-
what I-
To go into the black jungle.
I mean, that's a
is
pretty
right
big
dead.
city. I mean, if they're trying to find like
Unless,
that
of course, one
treasure,
knows the way. The
they have a
jungle.
pretty big city within
Precisely.
walking distance of it.
But
So, I mean, you would think
Getting his
someone would have
cooperation
stumbled across it at this
it
point.
takes some.
Yeah, I guess, but maybe if it's like just in a really confusing location.
Maybe.
Catherine and William.
I mean, would he have considered like his daughter's perspective, or would he just been like, okay, well, you want to marry my daughter? What are you going to give me?
What is it, dowry time?
Yeah, I mean, isn't that how it would work?
What does this mean, Doctor?
I mean, and shouldn't he be like 20 years older than her too?
Oh, yeah, back then, yeah. Yeah, they'd never be able to make this movie nowadays. They just said.
Doctor.
So much for polite society.
Would he be able to actually experience embarrassment though?
I don't know.
Because I don't think he would.
I think it's more like he's not embarrassed so much it is like,
He just doesn't understand.
yeah, he doesn't really understand what's going on.
Let him go.
Confusion?
Maybe.
Catherine.
Please don't leave.
Why should I stay?
She's like, you got a good point.
Well, she can't say anything. She's
I
not
run with
allowed
the
to.
wolf pack. You must run with the man pack.
You know, I think you owe me an apology.
I don't think I owe you
It's a
anything.
mistake, William.
Mistake?
I can't marry you. I won't marry you.
No, Catherine. I think it is you who is mistaken. I realize this adolescent infatuation you have with the savage has addled your brain. But I cannot allow you to make a fool of me, and I will not lose you to some puerile jungle boy.
Oh, yeah, why do you think I'd marry you now when you said that? You stupid?
He's like, this your permission was just a formality. I don't need it. I wonder how long it would take to travel from India to England back in those days.
I don't know.
It'd probably be several months by ship, I would imagine. You would think you want to be able to be snuck up on,
Yeah, especially in the jungle. You would know that that was not... You always watch your back.
especially considering tigers. That's how they attack is from the behind.
No!
See, the bear can still act even though it's a real bear. Mm-hmm. You can train animals to do stuff. It doesn't have to be just CGI. Also, one of the benefits of having actual animals is the filmmakers are inclined to want to show them as much as possible.
That's true, yeah.
Because when it's CGI, it's like, oh, every second it's on screen, it costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
When it's real, then it's like, oh, well, then you want to try to find excuses to show it.
Yeah.
I think, like, bandits and stuff like this was a problem that should have been brought up sooner.
Yeah.
This seems like out of left field.
Turn around.
This is treason.
Yeah, I think they understand that.
I don't think they plan on going back. Like he said, they were going to be living in India with all those riches that they get from the temple.
Why have you brought us here?
I will answer that.
Right on time.
I like the idea that he was
Come
just
down
climbing
here.
up there and waiting for his
Or
cue.
else our unpleasantries.
He's like, when should I announce my presence?
What happened to
My jungle
Baloo?
friend.
What happened to the doctor?
Where do we go from
Because he just like circled back around and then came up the
Follow
tree.
mountain.
They didn't really address that.
He basically asked the doctor to help
are still
him,
alive.
but that's all we heard.
Yeah, and then the doctor disappeared.
Yeah, so pretty much I assume he just went back to go help the bear.
Okay.
He got himself captured by them. Now he's saying, I just need to escape. Why did he get captured by them to begin with? And
To save her. And that's why he's going to come back to save her.
yeah, but I mean, they already had her. He showed up on that tree, and then they're like, okay, I'll come with you. Now he's like, no, I'm going to escape, and I'll come back for you. You see what I mean?
If he can escape, then why can't he just take her with him?
Maybe he can't carry her around, or keep her with them. But I mean, at the same time, like I said, why even get captured by them if you're just going to escape right away?
He's escaped! Wake up! He's escaped!
Giddy. Quicksand?
There we go.
Is there quicksand in India?
I mean, you can have it anywhere.
Goodbye.
That'd be a bad way to go.
Yeah. Suffocation from quicksand?
But like I said, I mean, you mostly just get stuck in it. People who died from quicksands because they died of like exposure or dehydration or something because they couldn't get out.
Yeah, you're a massive target. Where's your
Well, you think animals go for things that are wounded?
You think animals go for things? Yes, I do think animals go for
No,
things
that's
that are
not very
wounded.
sporting of them.
Come, we must go quickly.
I think he's just won the favor of Mowgli over the other guy, William.
Yeah.
My friend will take you back to the village.
I mean, he would have ridden lots of elephants.
Bring her back for me. Please.
I mean, that's a pretty common form of transportation in that area at that time.
I still think they still use elephants.
I think a man
Yes.
lucky.
If I ever went to India, I would
Count you
totally
as a
ride an
friend.
elephant.
I rode an elephant.
You have?
Before, yeah, because we went to the circus and they were still using them in circuses when we were kids.
Oh,
So I
okay.
got to ride an elephant.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool.
Of all the bloody elephants.
Why does he hate elephants so bad?
Great. Great.
They're very useful.
Yeah, that'd be hot, huh?
Oh, yes. And humid.
Oh, you can tell it's humid. They're like, I don't know, the air itself looks like it's...
Yeah, I've been in humid forests where the air just tastes thick. It's like it feels like you could drink the air. I wonder if they actually shot this in India. I mean, either way, they're like, oh, we have a lot of good locations. Let's show them off.
Yeah.
It's better than just a green studio.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you can
On location is way better
you
than
can
a green
make it
studio.
look pretty, but it's not the same as like just imagine like this is a real location. There's places like this in the world.
Imagine the Lord of the Rings being shot in a green screen.
We've had that. It's called The Hobbit.
I've never seen the rest of the Hobbits.
Well, they did have some locations because they shot in New Zealand, but it's not the same as for the original trilogy or the Lord of the Rings trilogy. That is.
That old man's gonna fight that young dude that's
No.
in shape.
No.
What does he think he's gonna do?
Yeah. I mean, I guess he can kind of wrestle him off the edge. Do they know the location that they're trying to go to?
Because it kind of seemed like they don't.
Yeah, they're just like walking because... Okay, that's like a 500-pound rock. There's no way you can lift it up like that.
It's gonna make him go backwards, yeah.
I guess if it's a foam prop, it's easier.
Ooh, that's right on the rocks.
Yep.
Yeah, that was right on the rocks.
Yep.
Her hair's still perfect.
Well, should we continue?
No, it's a little bit more disheveled than normal.
Oh, just slightly.
I mean, even their hair, the guy's hair is fine. Yeah, because they initially wanted Mowgli so they can take him to the...
Jungle.
Yeah, take him to the location of the treasure. He got away, but they're just still going through the jungle. It's like, okay, so they know where they're going? Because I don't recall him telling them.
This is on the other side.
I mean, monkeys could get away from a tiger easily.
Yeah, they do all the time. What are you doing?
I mean, I know tigers...
Why don't you run? Why are you... Okay. Okay, get eaten. I don't care. Look behind you?
I mean, I see he has an internal magazine on that rifle. He probably should have put more than just one round in it.
Why did he not run with the group?
Yeah. It's like, hey, it's a tiger. Everyone stick together.
Well, now he's safe because now there's the wounded guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill you!
That's what you're supposed to do. Just shoot someone if there's an animal.
you shoot.
I just have to outrun you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's a composite shot right there. That'd be the worst thing if you're in the jungle and you come across that. You're supposed to slowly back away, maintaining eye contact. Oh yeah, you're not gonna outrun that.
Can't climb a tree.
No.
There's nothing for you to do.
All you have to do is just hope that it doesn't attack you.
They even swim better than you do.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there.
Yeah, that had to have been the trainer for that.
Yeah, I saw it bite his arm. He must have had something on his arm.
Probably. And for the tiger, it's just plain.
Yeah. Not only do you have to get out of there alive, but you have to remember how you got there in the first place and get people to help you bring treasure back down.
Yeah, it's like finding it is one thing, but it's like, what are you going to do with it then? Are you just going to take back what you can carry?
Exactly. You don't even have any like backpacks or anything.
Yeah, just stuff it in your pockets and walk back.
Those are flimsy.
Yeah. I thought they were iron, not toothpicks.
Well, I hope you die in your treasure room.
Yes, how would you get that back?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I guess just chip away at it. You start making trips back to the jungle and just start breaking off pieces. Monkeys are getting a show.
The monkeys like their shows.
They're placing bets with the treasure already there.
I was gonna say that, yeah. You just broke more of your treasure.
Now there's plenty.
What do you think you have that I don't? Huh?
Well, he's in really good shape.
Look what we can have together.
That doesn't make you any less of a jerk. Just saying.
Why don't we just split it and go our separate ways?
Yeah, there you
Isn't that
go.
cool, too?
No need for the divorce.
Yeah.
I got what I came for.
I mean, is he really going to carry that all the way back?
They're here for another show now.
I'm wondering if that's the same snake as earlier that's like recovered or a different one.
It's a different one. I'm sure there's just like a snake pit or something too.
Oh yeah, the bag zone. Yeah, it'd be hard to swim with.
Killed him. She could have had a coin.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like you could just take a few. You don't have to be greedy.
Oh, here's Shere Khan.
Oh, just a kitty cat. Yeah, those are pretty animals.
Yeah. Turns out her preference is actually she just prefers Asian men over. Oh, good. He's good.
Just looking at a bear, you can just tell that they're strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh yeah, they're just huge like that. It's like, yes, because it's pure muscle.
That Mowgli, keeper of the jungle law, protector of creatures great and small, became Lord of the Jungle. So listen well and hear the call, and long life to those that keep the jungle law.
Okay, but did he stay in the jungle and make her go out there, or did they kind of like go back and forth, or did she like live over in society and then like came to visit him every once in a while? Or?
I don't know, but I don't think it. I think that's thinking a little bit too much into it or whatever. Maybe he, I don't know, human, but he lords over the jungle. I don't know what it is, but whatever. Anyway, what'd you think about that one?
Well, like I said, this is a better implementation of the Jungle Book in a way that is, like you said, not just the same old hashed out story, but also in the use of actual live animals.
Yeah, because that's the thing when they're doing the live action remakes nowadays, where they're making it live action, but they're basically just doing the exact same thing. There's nothing inherent about what Disney does now that necessitates making it live action. This one actually having these real locations and real animals in it and doing it in a way that's different than the original movie that they had. So it feels like it's justified. And I also like that they weren't just trying to be an adaptation of the original animated movie. They were trying to be something else entirely. And like, okay, we want to tell the same story, but just in a different way that'll necessitate making it live action. So do that. And I think they actually did a pretty good job with this one.
Well, even in the first Jungle Book, a little girl is what made him go into the village. So I think having him older and then actually like having those relationships between the two worlds and then figuring out where they belong, even though I don't think they actually firmly established whether he was staying or going, but yeah, I think that.
I mean, I think it is implied that he's going to join humanity, but I don't know.
Well, I know that they're going to probably stay in India, but I think it's probably one of those cases where it's going to be back and forth. Like he lives in kind of like
he's at peace with both worlds, so to speak.
Yeah, that they can both kind of travel back and forth between the two.
But other than that, though, like trying to, I don't want to get too much into like trying to see like, is this better than the current Disney ones? Because I think this is clearly superior to what we're seeing with a lot of the, especially that Jungle Book movie, the last one that Disney made, the live action ones. The live action one. I think this is superior to that one, but I mean, just if none of that really existed and it was just this movie here, how would you rate this one?
Yeah, this is good. I like it. It's like he's quaint.
Quaint?
Yeah, like it's cute. I like all the animals, and I think our kids would like it.
No, that's really because I liked this as a kid, and I think that's why I really liked it, because I like the animals and stuff and having actual animals, and like they don't need to talk. They have performances without actually being able to hear what they're saying or having the facial expressions. You can tell what they're thinking, and you can tell there's a performance to the animals there. And it's like, I really appreciate that, because you just know it took a lot of effort in order to actually pull that up behind the scenes.
Well, like, especially with like King Louie and Baloo, they both had like really strong personalities, and you can tell without having to like, yeah, like you said, you didn't need to talk, you didn't need to animate anything. They just let the trainers show them what to do. Like, even the elephants, sometimes they were like, you could tell that they were doing like their little ball tricks and stuff, and they were showing their personalities. Like, they were like scared. So they did a good job of that. Like, obviously it wasn't like, you could tell that it was a trick, but it was at the same time, it was also, it was more engaging than like a CG animal they made walk. A CG animal they made run.
Yeah.
A CG animal they made, I don't know, everything else.
Yeah, but exactly. That's what I like about it, is because and I can respect the fact that I know it took a lot of effort behind the scenes, because it's like, okay, get the cameras rolling, the trainer will try to provoke a response that they want, and then once they capture it, it's like, okay, we're rolling for a while, but we got the action that we needed, now move on to something else. So it's like there was a lot of effort, I imagine, that took to actually get those performances from the animals, and I think it paid off in the final result to this.
Well, and then to a certain extent too, even back then they had to cast specific. Like, you had to make sure that the bear knew what they needed to do, and the elephants needed to know. So they did probably go through like, like dogs. They will go and they'll like bring your dog in for a casting call, and they'll see which dog is the best, or or which horse is the best. They do that all the time. They have casting calls for that kind of.
And I even said that during the movie. There was some impressive stunt work when it came to working with this, particularly the tiger, because actually having that kind of interaction, that can be dangerous. Tigers don't necessarily understand performances, so it's like when it's attacking someone, it's kind of a play to it, but it looks good on screen.
Yeah, it does.
And either way, it's like I would not want to have to be around when that's going.
Well, they specifically, like, that's their job. They're trying to hold the bears and hold the tigers and elephants, because even elephants, man, you get kicked wrong and.
Oh yeah, elephants can be very dangerous.
Well, even the horses can get dangerous. You get kicked in the head, or.
Well, yes, obviously all animals can be potentially dangerous, but I think some of them more
so than I get what you're saying. But I'm just saying.
Overall, though, I do really like this movie. Like I said at the start, I haven't seen this pretty much since I was a kid. This is the first time watching it in a long time, and I think it holds up pretty well.
I think it's good. I think there's a lot of kids nowadays that would probably appreciate this a lot more than they love. You know what's interesting too is I do think that they would be more interested in it, because if you show a kid a one of those CGI live action ones versus this, children understand the difference between what's real and what's fake.
Yeah, I am interested in that. If this is one of those things, if kids would prefer this one over the more recent ones that they've done, because I don't even believe this is on Disney Plus, even though it's a Disney film.
Oh, interesting.
Because I know Disney has like their vault where they
movies.
Yeah, and I mean, it feels like it's almost like they don't want to be compared to some of their older stuff like this, because because it would just overshadow everything that company. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but that's kind of what it feels like to me.
No, another thing that really made me realize something too is a lot of the scenes are very similar to Tarzan.
Yeah,
they didn't come out that far apart from each other. This was 94 and Tarzan was 99, which was not far apart. Especially when you consider how long it takes to animate movies. There
definitely is kind of a Tarzan feel to this. It's less Jungle Book, and it does kind of feel like a hybrid of Tarzan and Jungle Book.
I just thought that was really interesting because there was a lot of the similar scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The projection and the reading and the cards.
Yeah.
And
maybe that could have been part of the inspiration for this, because like I said, they weren't trying to be like the Jungle Book that they've had before, but and they're trying to do something different. Maybe they were trying to add elements of Tarzan to this.
It was just really interesting because I was like seeing this stuff and I was like, this is like what they did with the Tarzan.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I like this movie though. I thought it was pretty good, and I would recommend people check this out if they haven't seen this one before.
I think so too. I think it's really good. And obviously with the live action being the way that it is nowadays, just remember that there's a reason why Disney does what it does now, because it did have a past where they were successful in doing what they did, and then they just forgot about it. Well, it's just with their animation too. They just forget everything.
They have different people working on it now. It's not the same. It's pretty much a different company now.
I know, yeah.
That's probably it's a shame, but yeah, it would be nice to see them kind of take note of times like this when they actually made stuff better and do more of that.
Well, it's just one of those things that's like you
And
could
I doubt this costs like $400 million for them to make too.
Yeah, you could take a lesser known film like The Jungle Book. Like, people like The Jungle Book, but it's not one of the shining stars of Disney. So you could take some of those elves, you could take some of those, and you can do like really interesting things with them and bring them back to the forefront without like messing up the story or make it more interesting. You don't have to take Lilo and Stitch or freaking any of the Disney princesses. You don't need to do that.
Yeah. Because there's lots of public domain stuff that they could pull from if they really wanted to. Go back to the roots.
Yeah.
All right, well, that was Jungle Book. Let us know in the comments if you've seen this movie and what do you think of it before. And also, how do you think this actually compares to many of the other live action remakes that Disney's been putting out in the last several years? Because, like I said, in this one, I think this is far superior and actually justifies having a live action remake of it. But
What are your older Disney favorite live action movies? Because I know there's like there's like 101 Dalmatians.
Oh, yeah.
They have some really good older like Disney live action films. So let us know.
Let us know in the comments which ones you like, if it's this one or if it's one of those other ones. And also just make sure you click that subscribe button too if you want to see some more of our reactions to these movies. And if you can, like the video and share it out there too, because it really helps us out with the channel. Thank you.